Hi again everyone. In today's video I guide you through the process of making an adorable goldfish complete with charming blue water bubbles to bring it to life. Whether you're an experienced crocheter or just starting out, this project is perfect for adding a touch of fun to your home. Plus, it makes a unique fridge magnet that will brighten your kitchen. So grab your yarn and hook and let's create something magical together. For this project, you will need 3 colors of yarn: orange, brown, and blue, scissors, a 2.5 crochet hook, a yarn needle, a stitch marker, a decorative eye, glue gun, and magnet. I'm gonna use magnetic strap because they can be cut, allowing me to have any size I want. Before we start, I would like to show you my YouTube channel in just 30 seconds. This is my new YouTube channel where I post videos on crochet projects, crafting, and more. Remember, if you like what you see and want to stay updated on my new videos, please consider subscribing to my channel and turning on notifications. Thank you for your support. Let's start the first row. First of all, make a magic ring. This is my method to make a magic ring so that I'm keeping this X between my fingers and the magic ring is ready. Now chain 1, and as you see I'm gonna work in this magic ring. First of all, we are going to have 6 single crochets in the magic ring. During this process, always mark the first single crochet with your stitch marker. Continue working. As I said, work 6 single crochets in your magic ring. Now we can close the magic ring and the first row is completed. For the second row, first of all, remove the stitch marker and then work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. As I said before, mark the first single crochet of each row with your stitch marker. Continue working. In the next stitch, make 2 single crochets. After you increase once, in the next stitch, work 1 single crochet and then again make an increase, work 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Repeat this pattern. At the end of this row, you will have 9 single crochets. Now we're gonna start crocheting the next row. For the third row, like before, first of all, remove the stitch marker and then work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. Mark it with your stitch marker and then in the next stitch make an increase. By increase, I mean 2 single crochets in just 1 stitch. As you see, I am working the next single crochet in the same stitch, and after increasing, work a single crochet in the next stitch. Repeat this pattern. In this row, in total, you will have 12 single crochets. And this row is completed. For the next row, again as always, first of all, remove the stitch marker. In the first stitch, work a single crochet and mark it with your stitch marker. In the next 2 stitches, work 1 single crochet. So this is the second stitch, and this will be the third stitch of this row. In the fourth stitch, work 2 single crochets and make an increase. Repeat this pattern and work 15 single crochets in this row. This will be my last increase, and after that, this row is completed. For the next 4 rows, work 1 single crochet in each stitch. So first of all, remove the stitch marker, work 1 single crochet in the first stitch and mark it with your stitch marker. And then continue working 1 single crochet in each stitch until you have 15 single crochets. Repeat the exact same thing for rows 5, 6, 7, and 8. In these rows, you will have 15 single crochets, and I will see you after that. These single crochets are going to be the last single crochets of 8th row. This is the last one, and the 8th row now is completed. For the next row, again as always, remove the stitch marker and then work 4 single crochets in next 4 stitches. For the first one, don't forget to use your stitch marker. This would be the second single crochet in the second stitch. This would be the third one. And this would be the fourth single crochet in the fourth stitch. Next, we are going to make a decrease. By decrease, I mean skip 1 stitch. After skipping 1 stitch, work 4 single crochet in next 4 stitches. Repeat this pattern 3 times. And after that, you will have 12 single crochets in this row, and then this row will be completed. For For the next row, like before, remove the stitch marker and then work 1 single crochet in the first stitch. After you mark the first single crochet, skip 1 stitch and then again work 1 single crochet in the third stitch. After that, again make a decrease and skip 1 stitch. Repeat this pattern 6 times. At the end of this row, you will have 6 single crochets. These are gonna be my last single crochets. And now this row is completed. In next step, we are going to crochet the tail of our goldfish. For the tail, again, first of all, remove the stitch marker. As I said before, the last row of previous step had 6 single crochets. In this step, we are going to attach them 2 by 2 and work 3 single crochets in total. See? These 2 together, these 2 together, and these 2 together. Work 1 single crochet in those 2 stitches. Again, 1 single crochet in next 2 stitches, and again 1 single crochet. Now chain 3. After 3 chain stitches, turn your work and in the first stitch work 2 treble crochets. This is my first single crochet of previous step, and I'm going to work 2 treble crochets inside of it. After 2 treble crochets, chain 1, and in the next stitch work 1 double crochet. After the double crochet, in the same stitch work 1 treble crochet. Again, in the same stitch work another treble crochet. And again, in the same stitch work 1 double crochet. After that, again chain 1, and in the last stitch work 2 treble crochets. This would be the first one. And this would be the second one. After that, chain 3 and make a slip stitch. The slip stitch would be in the last stitch where the treble crochets are. Now, crocheting our goldfish is completed. We can cut the yarn And now we have to pass the yarn through the stitches so that the yarn end would be hidden. Do what I do, randomly pass the yarn end through the stitches. After that, cut the remaining yarn end. For the dorsal fin, first of all, we are going to find a place between 5th and 4th row. This is my entry point, and after that I'm going to pass the yarn through these points that I found. Now chain 3. After that, in between 5th and 6th row, work 1 double crochet. And then in between the 6th and 7th row, work 1 single crochet. And then make a slip stitch after the 7th row. Now you can cut the yarn. Again, we have to pass the yarn through the stitches. So again, find a place between the 8th and 9th row and pass the yarn through it. Again, pass the yarn ends randomly through the stitches and then cut the remaining yarn end. Do the exact same thing for the other yarn end. Pass it through the stitches, and I will see you after that. Now we have to attach the decorative eye, so use your glue gun and attach the decorative eye. Fix the eye, and then we are going to decorate our fish. For the decoration, use the brown yarn and your yarn needle. Pass it through an entry point in between the 5th and the 6th row. Do what I do, and again pass it through this entry point. Again, pass the yarn needle through the entry point, but come out from another entry point in place between the 6th and the 7th row. Do the exact same thing and make another line behind the first line. After shaping these two lines, you can cut the brown yarn, but make sure it's not a stretch. After that, again, we have to hide these yarn ends so that we are going to pass them through the stitches. Now we can cut the yarn end. Do the exact same thing for the other yarn end, and I will see you after that. To crochet the water bubbles, first of all, make a magic ring. After the magic ring, chain 1, and now we are going to have 6 single crochets in the magic ring. Like before, we are going to use our stitch marker to mark the first single crochet. Now continue working single crochets. In total, in this row, you will have 6 single crochets. Now we can close the magic ring and start the second row. For the second row, again remove the stitch marker and work 2 single crochet in the first stitch. In this row, we are going to have 6 increases. We are going to have 2 single crochets in each stitch. After you marked your first single crochet in the first stitch, work another single crochet in the same stitch. After that, in the second stitch, make an increase and continue working in all the stitches. 2 single crochet in each stitch. In total, you will have 12 single crochets in this row. This would be my last increase. Now we are going to remove the stitch marker and then make a slip stitch. Now we can cut the yarn, and the first bubble is completed. For the smaller bubbles, you can use the exact same pattern, but just the first row. So that make a magic ring. After that, chain 1. After that, again work 6 single crochets in the magic ring. Because we are going to work just one row, we don't need to use our stitch marker. After 6 single crochets, close your magic ring and work 1 slip stitch in the first stitch. If you want, you can crochet one another small bubble, and I will see you after that. The final step is very simple. You need to cut the magnetic stripe to the size of the fish and the water bubbles. They might end up being quite small, but that's okay. Even those little magnets will stick to the fridge. After cutting, you should attach them to the crocheted fish or the crocheted water bubbles using hot glue gun. Make sure to trim any excess yarn end around the water bubbles and attach those yarn ends at the same time with the magnets. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching my tutorial on how to crochet these adorable goldfish and water bubbles. I hope you enjoyed creating these cute fridge magnets as much as I did. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more crafting tutorials, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or any questions you might have. Happy crocheting! I can't wait to see you in the next video.